Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today, guys, we have commander videos. It's been a while, but I've been leveling up commanders and stuff like that. And today, we're going to be talking about a commander who I've never used before. I've really overlooked her, and that is Eowyn. Now, I have her very high respect and stuff like that. The reason I've never really used her because I have Theoden, and Theoden's an absolute monster. But the more I looked at her, the more I seen... Well, what's the good word? Like, I seen potential in her. Like, I definitely see potential. Like, I know that Theoden is an absolute monster. I've got her down here ready for PvP. We're just going to talk about her a little bit first. And then we're going to get into, go do our first PvP test. She's level 43 at the moment. Not my highest level commander. But she's getting up there. So, as you can see, I have her Respect 18. She is a Tier 1 commander, sorry. I have her very high respect. Her and Boromir was the first two commanders I ever leveled up. I think I used her a little bit in Season 1. That was it. And then I got Theoden in Season 2, and I never used her ever again. But I can see huge potential from her skill tree. So this is the gear that we've come up with. So the first bit of gear we're going to be using is the Dawn, which we have strip armor here, which after the commander's normal attack against target, 50% chance to inflict defense minus 8.3 for 1 round. I don't have any refinement on that, but very good commander might of 45 and army speed for men of 27. I am then using my new Warborn battle plate, so I'll be swapping these in between her and Theoden as I do PvP throughout the season. And basically, yeah, you just go hit a couple of mobs and you got it back up to 100 durability straight away. But yeah, this gives 33 might, army defense for melee, which of course we will be using mounted, of plus 15 defense, an army speed buff for melee of 15, and we have the unrefined ability of strength of dexterity, which gives commander's might plus 2 during combat. The next one we're going to talk about is the Horseman's Helm. Now, this is going to be work very well with his abilities, what we'll talk about in just a moment. Really good buff of might of 24, commander speed buff as well. So 237 speed's pretty good. It's going to help outspeed a lot. Obviously, if you verse Theoden, it's not going to work there. Army defense mounted units plus 15. We're going to be using all mounted. So that's going to be a very good buff. That's going to also buff with our defense melee here as well. But the big one is I have Resolve, which for the first 3 rounds, all allied units get a 100% chance to gain madness immunity. So this is going to be very useful when versing commanders such as Sauron or maybe even Grima that does a lot of madness. But this will even stack when we look at the skills in a moment. Then we have Rohan's Refuge, her special equipment. I was able to strengthen it up and refine it up a lot because I broke down Boromir's Horn of Gondor and was able to strengthen it up with the 2 free Elven Craft Hammers that I got a few days ago. Now this gives a huge buff of might plus 40 and army defense for men plus 25. The shields made of cover, First 4 rounds melee units, rage damage received minus 24.9%. So this could be very good. I think this could be very useful as well against Sunid as well. So that's all the gear. As you can see, we have 366 might. That's very good. So we're getting really good buff here of 18.3% damage dealt by army. We have 177 focus and 237 speed, which is going to be very helpful. Now, if we go and look over at the skill tree, guys, this is the skill tree that I've decided to go with. We go with White Lady of Rohan. Each round, all mounted units recover HP of 30%, but it has a max level effect of mounted units gain stun immunity. So now we're going to have madness and stun immunity. We then have Frontline Rescue, which on round 3, allied melee units recover 300% HP. We are then running Nobility, which gives men damage dealt plus 21%. Now, I was kicking up on whether I wanted to use this DERNHELM or that. This would be good if you're using a lot of these side skills which do a lot of damage by Eowyn, but I wanted to go with more of a bit more damage reduction and stuff like that. So I ran with Shieldmaiden, but we'll talk about Rohirrim first. Same as on THEODEN, it increases the damage plus 9.6 up to 3 stacks plus a max level effect of 15 might. Then, of course, we go Riding Excellence with mounted units, damage received minus 14%. I went with Shieldmaiden because we're going to be using melee units only. We have a 40% chance of reducing physical damage received by 30%. We have a little buff of Focus 15. It's a bit of out of place there, but it's alright. And then I've got my 1 spare point up here in Attack Vitals because it attacks early and it has a 50% chance to attack twice. So back up that attack there. So that's my skilling. So we're going to have Madness and Stun Immunity. Now, as for troops, I'm only running the 2 stack at the moment of the Cavaliers, which I have level 9, 9, and 10. So these guys, I have a Traveling Light, which is a level 2 elite unit skill, which gives me a 100% chance to evade the first 2 attacks, and damage received from enemy range units minus 15%. Of course, we have the Rohirrim Charge, which is going to do a lot more damage on the first hit, and then we have some damage reduction there. But as you can see, we have 34 to 42 damage, good defense of 89, really buffed defense there. HP 82, speed 181. These guys are going to be very hard to outspeed, so these guys are going to be hitting first. Then we have the Catters, which have alright damage as well. Speed of 152, so these guys are going to be hitting very quickly. Good HP and 116 defense. And then, of course, we have all the skills, which I'm running Blessed Armor here, which for the first 3 rounds, the self-damage received minus 25% as well. Now, if I had some Bree Riders to throw in here, that would be even better, but I don't have access to them at the moment, so I usually would run a triple setup here. But this is what I got to work with because of my gear and everything. I just want to use mannish units. Now, we do have some armies pushing up here. Let's go ahead. We've got some spare points here. So let's clairvoyance this and see what we've got happening here, guys. And we'll go test out our Eowyn for the first time. I want to find something around about the same level or so. So what do we have here? We have a Gandalf level 48. Okay. This has a lot of range. I sort of want to attack this. I know it's a little bit higher in level, but I want to test it out because I have a lot of melee, ranged reduction, damage received from them reduced a lot. So I'm very interested to see, because they usually do a lot of damage against melee. So we're going to be doing some things. Let's have a quick look what we're going to be versing again exactly. So he's using these Dale Watchmen, very interesting. So all ranged. He's running that. So he's got all elite, full elite army, level 48. So he's definitely got a bit stronger than me. We'll check out his gear and everything in a moment. We'll just have a look. EJ, have you seen Eowyn's on the Discord channel? I was talking to some of my fellowship members and that there about Eowyn. So yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how this fight's going to go here, guys. So let's see what happens. He ran away, of course. Rightio, guys. So I messaged that guy saying, rip the dream. I was recording. And now he's sending another army from over here. So if I was him and he knows I'm recording, he'd probably send his most absolute strongest commander he's possibly got. So I'm probably expecting like some mental like level 50 Dane or Gimli or something. So this could go terribly wrong without an absolute doubt. So it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, I just said, Rip, I wanted a good battle and was recording and you ran away. That's what I said to him. And then that's his Gandalf, I think, going back there. And he's sent an army across from here. I have absolutely no idea what it is. Like I said, this could be an absolute monster that absolutely destroys me. Even if it does, I will still get data. I just want to see how things pan out and resolve and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, we've got another guy coming in first, Phoenix, that's going to be attacking me. So I've got 2 armies attacking me at once. So I'm not going to get a proper full battle here. That kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm probably going to get destroyed here because I've got 2 armies coming. He had an Imrahil. So yeah, let's just see what happens. We're probably going to get damaged and then damaged again. So there's one battle. I don't even know what's going on. There's a draw, I think, and something. And then we got a Theoden. Okay, we had a Theoden go against us. Alright, we're going to back out. We're going to back out of that real quick. Alright, let's see what happened against the Theoden then. Not bad. Okay, honestly, that's an interesting battle. And what was coming at me, I thought, yeah, I told you. I knew he was going to send his absolute strongest, but that other guy hit me first. That Gimli probably would have absolutely wiped the floor out of me. Alright, well, let's have a look here. Against a Theoden, 145 to 171. That's honestly not too bad. Taking into consideration, I only have 2 armies against his 3. Let's have a look at his gear. Let's see if this is a decent Theoden. Okay, it's not the world's best gear, but it's pretty decent. Not the highest respect. But yeah, very interesting. So, damage-wise, I did do 30,000, so that's about 140, 130. So, it was pretty even. He also has 4 levels above me. Also, the BOWKNIGHTS would have definitely helped him here. We're definitely going to have to look at the breakdown. So, soldier damage, commander damage. Pretty even. He just did a little bit more soldier damage, obviously because of his buffs. But I'm pretty happy with these results, especially with my level and only using 2 instead of 3 armies. I think it might be good to throw some BOWKNIGHTS in here as well. So, we're definitely going to re-strengthen up and just put some BOWKNIGHTS in there as well, I think. They won't get the full buffs, but it will be really good either way. Let's have a look at just a breakdown. Now, we won't get our full understanding from this battle, so we're going to have to do another battle, just because Theoden, it looks like I actually outsped his Theoden troops, is quite interesting. So, let's have a look. Cavaliers attacked, did a lot of damage there. Then my Catters attack. So I've definitely got more speed. But he stayed and outsped the troops. Then his BOWKNIGHTS attack, which did considerably, not a lot of damage. Round 2. Theoden. Well, Theoden doesn't really do stun or madness. So my stun or madness effects didn't really take much into consideration there. His BOWKNIGHTS did a lot of damage there. Then we go on to round 3. Let's see how much... So we did a lot of healing on the Cavaliers there. That was good. And then Cataracts Recover has disappeared. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Oh, they did recover their 8,000 as well. So not bad. Cavaliers attacking. So honestly, not a bad battle. I'd say very fairly even. Especially for the level difference. I've obviously got way better gear. But we all know how OP Theoden is. And he's running a lot of these BOWKNIGHTS. So I think... I'm going to start running about 750 BOWKNIGHTS in the troop setup as well. So they're starting to come back up here. So I need to kind of get some troops on here real quick. So let's just see here. So we're going to run 1,400 of them, 1,000 of these guys, and 1,000 of them. I don't really want that many. I want about maybe 800 of these. We might just have... I've got a little bit of gems there. We might just quickly heal some troops that we lost. Apocryphy, boom. Okay, oh, I got some of these from the market today, so that's very useful. Beautiful. Hopefully I can heal before they get there. They're coming for me pretty savagely here, so I don't know if I'll get reinforced in time. We'll find out in a second. Alright, 1,350, 1,100. We'll go down to 800 here, boom. That's going to be about a 4-minute reinforced time, so we might be in a little bit of trouble here. We'll see what happens though. I'll see what I can do. Rightio guys, so I've made a little bit of change to my Eowyn. So as you can see, instead of the Shieldmaiden skill, I'm going to try DERNHELM this time, which increases Eowyn's damage plus 20%, and normal attack damage plus 20%. Now I don't know if this normal attack damage is by the army or just hers, so we're going to see how that does. I was thinking about a few changes, like this is 14% damage reduction. I don't know if I want to go for as much amount of damage as possible or what. So I possibly could change this to like cleave, or I could do cripple and do a lot more damage. But we're just going to see how this one goes, because I think the 14% damage reduction, but the percentage of, like, I think it's like a 40% chance of getting 30% reduced damage reduction when using Shield Maiden, it's not that good. So we're going to try with a bit more damage. Let's just go back to one of these reports here. You can see my Eowyn got attacked actually while I was painting my house, lol. I'm doing some renovations. We're going to have a quick look at this report. It's not too bad. After my healing, I took about 160 to his about 140, so pretty even. He had 2 levels on me, so yeah, not too bad there. But if we have a look, when it comes to speed and that, Eowyn seems to be attacking first, I believe. So let's go to round 1. Alright, so Eowyn attacked right. So it looks like, okay, they were granted swiftness, so they avoided the attack. So let's just go to round 2 then, so we can see where they attack. Alright, so Eowyn attacked, activated attack vitals. Eowyn's attack vitals caused 1200 physical damage to marksman. Then Eowyn attacks marksman's. Oh, there was only 5 left, so we didn't really get to see much damage there. So let's go to round 3. Eowyn attacks, did 1000 damage, so 20% extra on top of that, plus normal attacks. We'll have to see exactly how she does with the extra damage. Now, I'm thinking if we're going to go with a full damage build, right, like try to get as much damage as possible, instead of this mounted damage reduction, I'm thinking about doing more attack skills. So maybe cripple, buff this up so it does more damage. So let's just reset this. Hopefully no one attacks me while I'm resetting things. So we're just going to reset all of these. Now, we are running a lot of Manish units, so we still want that definite buff of the damage dealt there. And this healing, even if it's 30 to 40,000 healing, really does come in handy. So we're going to be running DERNHELM, like so. And then Rohirrim. But instead of the 14% damage reduction, we're going to try to go with a lot of damage. Now this would be 48%. This reduces speed though, so this could be really good and help us outspeed and then get initiative. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put one into here. So we're going to go with for more damage. It's going to be more of a damage build this time. This guy just hit this place, so I guess that's empty. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit till I can get up here to get into a fight or something. So bear with me, and we'll be back in just a moment. Rightio guys, so the last battle for Eowyn's about to happen. I built a fort saying level 43 YT PvP. There's a guy coming across. Hopefully it's something even, or they could just send a level 50 Dane or something across and just absolutely destroy me. So we'll see what happens. If they do that, then I will be getting my ear sealed or into the action afterwards. But we're going to see exactly what happens here. I don't know what they're sending whatsoever. But I sent them a message saying, let's go, let's have a fun fight and stuff like that. So let's see what happens. Okay, we got absolutely destroyed by a Gimli. Let's have a look. Yeah, they just sent an absolute whale. So still did quite a fair bit of damage. Let's have a look though. 150,000 to 320. So yeah, absolutely destroyed. So yeah, no fun there whatsoever. So yeah, pretty much they just send the complete whale. So not a lot of fun there, to say the least. Now, for example, my Isildur would absolutely destroy his Gimli. If you don't believe me, I just battled one before. It was a little bit weakened, but yeah, just absolutely just annihilated one. So yeah, pretty much, as soon as that disappears, my Isildur is going to be absolutely destroying you. Without an absolute doubt. So we're not really going to look at the stats of that battle, guys. We did do 150,000 damage, but yeah, sent a absolute god whale of against a level 43. Even if I was the same level, I would have got destroyed. Again, in particularly against these tier 4 as well. They're very, very, very strong. But yeah, pretty much that's about it, guys. I don't really have the troops for any more battles. But I wanted to show you that she's particularly alright, but basically people just send their strongest commanders at me. But we did get a couple of good, decent battles there, especially against that THEODEN and stuff. But we're going to wrap up the video there. So until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous.
EJU Army. Yeah, you guys are legends to me. So let's keep up this grind. I'll never give up, just like this